So talk to us about the cap. You hear different models. Some have caps, some don't have caps. People say, well, I haven't got a cap on. So what's a cap in our model?
So it's about being fair to the agent. Everything that we do is about the agent, right? Making sure that they are in a position to earn a really good living doing this. Because if they are, that means they've got the time and capacity to deliver a great service. Mm-hmm. So personally, I don't believe it's fair that you should take a percentage off of every single deal, regardless of the volume that they're doing. Mm-hmm. You've got to cap it at a level and say, when you've contributed X amount towards the services that we provide as a business and a market centre, then it's fair.
It stops.
It's about keeping it fair. Yeah. So that's what a cap is.
And how does that work then? So what's the financials of the cap in our model?
So it ranges depending on experience, but it's anything from £60,000 worth of overall gross income up to 80,000. So depending on your level of experience will depend on whether you have to produce 60,000 before you then cap and you now keep the rest of the money yourself and we're not taking our split, or 80,000 up to 80,000.
And that's per year?
Per year. It resets every fiscal year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Kind of makes sense. Sounds fair.
I think, well, that's it. It's got to be fair, right? It's got to be a win-win. Mm-hmm. If it's not right that the agent should continually pay out and then start to feel a bit aggrieved about that. We've got to make sure that everybody that's in this scenario believes it's right and fair. It's fair for the client because they've got more of your time. You're able to dedicate that time to them because you're earning more than your fair share from the deal. Mm-hmm. And it's fair to us for the service level that we provide and the tools and the systems and everything that we do to support the agent in growing the business they want.
Yeah, I think the model works. There's loads of different models out there. There's no, people will choose because they've got options out there,
which is great.
I suppose a non-capping model, the way to maybe talk about that just really quickly, if it's a non-capping model, well, what happens when you get to a point of, you're in a brand, you're building your personal brand, but you're in a brand as well. You've been associated with a brand, and you turn over £500,000 a year, which we have multiple agents doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we didn't have a cap, that would be £100,000 a year, approximately.
Is that fair?
I'm not sure. It doesn't sound like it. So it's just, I suppose people don't understand the caps and the non-caps. I suppose that's the way to do it. You turn over £1 million, we're talking about 200,000.
Yeah.
And there has to be a limit where, the services that any of these models are providing, that there will be a maximum someone is prepared to pay. And that's why we have a capping model. And then they'll choose different services if they require them. But agents will get to a place where, they need that help, support in the community and everything else. But, they're doing so well, so much leverage in the business that there is X amount that they're prepared to pay.
Yeah, it's all about value. You have to weigh up, am I getting the value for the money that this, my associated business is receiving from me on a yearly basis? And
I suppose you could say that, someone can make a quick decision on that basis and say, wait, it doesn't matter to me in the next 12 months. Yeah, but what happens in 2 years' time, 3 years' time? Well, you're just going to have to rebrand, you have to change your business, So personally, I think you should be looking at this from the long-term future. Can I build the business I want in 5 to 10 years' time?
Inside
the business I'm about to choose.
I agree.